Did you hear what they're doing to us crypto traders? They're going to make us report every transaction over $10,000 to the IRS. Nerdy financial planner here, ready to set the record straight. Hey finance fam, welcome back to my channel. There is a ton of fear circulating Twitter right now over reporting crypto transactions over $10,000 to the IRS. I am here to set the record straight and to maybe give you a little bit of comfort that you're not going to have to jump through hoops to do your crypto transactions. I'm going to go through what the new crypto reporting law is, who it applies to, who it doesn't apply to, which is a lot of people, and what you need to know going forward on how to comply. I dug through this for hours the other day to try to make sure that I had it and got advice from the most trusted CPAs that I could find. Let's start with what caused all this ruckus in the first place. There was a tweet that got almost 3 million impressions on Twitter. Jerry Brito posted it and he said, new crypto tax reporting obligations took effect on Jan 1. And he continued to post the actual law and say, if you receive 10K or more in crypto, you now have an obligation to report the transaction, including names, addresses, social security numbers, etc., to the IRS within 15 days under threat of a felony charge. Now, anybody in the crypto sphere who reads this is probably going to start getting really, really angry at the government and freak out a little bit. But let me kind of put you at ease. Let's quickly dive into what the actual law is. The Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act was passed in 2021. Within that law, we saw some reporting requirements for brokers for digital assets that was put in, and within that section of the law, we notice this nice little portion here that says treatment as cash for purposes of section 6050. And to make this short, they continue to put in an amendment to this specific part of the tax law that adds in any digital asset. So what is this 6050I portion of the tax code that we need to be considering that's going to add digital assets? Well, it is this part of the tax code, and it is the returns relating to cash received in a trade or business. So what this part of the law is saying is that if you have cash receipts, and they define cash receipts in the instructions of the IRS form 8300, they literally put in the definition of cash right here. If you receive cash receipts of over $10,000, you have to report that to the IRS on this lovely form 8300. Here's what it looks like. Keep in mind, this law only applies to people who are engaged in a trade or business. And if in the course of a trade or business you receive more than that 10K in cash in one transaction or two or more related transactions, that's where you will have to file form 8300. Getting a wire transfer doesn't count. Someone paying with a credit card doesn't count either. Now, the part of the law that the infrastructure bill changed is under D. Cash includes foreign currency and certain monetary instruments. And in the bill itself, that's where you'll see where they are amending and adding in any digital currency under this section. So now if you receive a digital currency of $10,000 or more for a business transaction, Uncle Sam wants to know about it. What they're essentially doing is they're treating digital currency as cash. So say you own a business and you took payment for over $10,000 in Bitcoin, you would need to get all of the information from the person that you took the crypto from for servicing that product or service. Granted, if you're doing business anonymously, then that's going to be an issue. And I don't know, we're going to have to wait to hear from the IRS on how they want people to handle that. But most people know who their customers are, or they can at least figure it out. So I took this question to Twitter because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't missing anything. And I wanted to just make sure that the law surely did change to where digital currencies are going to count as quote unquote cash for the purpose of section, 6050I. I was lucky enough to get a response from Jeff Levine, who is literally one of the most trusted and honorable CPAs out there, and he did confirm, yes, businesses receiving over 10K in crypto payments would have to file Form 8300. The problem with all of this is you had people with pretty sizable followings posting stuff like this. The IRS really expects you to fill this form out every time you flip an NFT. You could literally buy an NFT for $20,000, sell it for a loss. You'd still have to report it on Form 8300. Well done, U.S. government. Great job. Well, this is not true. In fact, an enrolled agent, who is somebody qualified to file taxes, they have very extensive tax education, she even continued to say that there's literally nothing true in this post, period, nothing, period. And it's true. Basically, if you are trading securities or crypto, altcoins, whatever it is that you're trading, that is you trading for a potential capital gain. So the IRS is finding out what you're doing and how big your transactions are because you're filing your taxes for all of your trades to either have a capital gain or a capital loss. So that is filed under a different form, Form 8949, which you can clearly see here. This is where you're going to put in all of the assets, the dates you acquired them, et cetera, et cetera. So this is where the IRS, for any traders, is getting the information that they need. So everyday traders and investors don't have to worry about this. People that are transacting in Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies between friends and family, that is not you engaging in a trader business for the purposes of Form 8300. But if you do have a business and you accept crypto as payment and it's a large payment over $10,000 for a service or a good, well, that's a different story, and this will apply to you for Form 8300 to be filled out. Your CPA can help you. Don't worry, don't freak out. It's not something that is do or die. It's as simple as if someone wants to pay you in crypto, that's totally fine. You're just going to have to get a little bit of extra information from that client, and you're going to have to make sure that your CPA properly files this form. I hope that helps. We even had a few people in our wealth building community that were a little bit worried about this. I was fortunately able to help them out and give them the information that they needed so that they didn't have to worry, and hopefully that does the same thing for you here today. If you liked this video, please hit the like button for me and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. I'll see you next time.